So, you know, you can go for, let's drop the mag, let it go, and then just fire, holding on, you know, to the front of the mag well there. Just under 0.9 of an inch. Hey guys, and welcome to Ozzie Reviews. Today I'm checking out the Wedgetail Industries MPR Mini rifle. Now this rifle is chambered in 223 Wild, so in other words you can use 223 Remington and also 5.56 NATO through it without any problems. So this is the box that it came in. Okay, it's a really nice carry case here. I got one 10 round Magpul magazine and also one Magpul post or front grip with the rifle. There wasn't a manual with the rifle, so guys, look, I'm thinking maybe there just wasn't one included with this one from Wedgetail Industries. I doubt that a rifle would go out without a manual of some description. So let me show you all clear here. As you can see, it locks back on the empty magazine and we'll give you a run by of it. So as you can see, it really gives you that AR-15 look that a lot of people are chasing. Look guys, it's popular for a reason. You know, the I guess customization of the AR-15 platform is pretty good. You know, obviously different triggers, grips, stocks, you know, it's a very, very popular platform and for good reason. So the barrel on this one is 16 inches or 40.8 centimeters. It's a cold hammer forged steel barrel and a 1 7" twist. So I'm really looking at this in the light of it's going to be able to shoot heavier ammunition very well. But we'll test that out. We've got a wide range of ammo, you know, to use in this review. My one here came with the standard blast deflector from Wedgetail Industries. So that is really nice. That's a handy feature to have when you've got a shorter barrel in 223. It just diverts that blast forward and it's not as bad on your ears. So yeah, a really nice feature there. The pump feature here, so you've got basically 3 rails here. Now let's bring that up a little bit there. Okay, so very straightforward. What happens is, I'll just take this magazine out. Okay, so when you pull the pump back, let it go forward, the spring pushes it forward, okay? So that's where it does get, I guess, that you know, ability for those faster follow-up shots. The color of it here, obviously this one is in black. They also do OD green and flat dark earth. So, you know, pretty cool. You know, if you like to get something with a different color there, you know, that is definitely available to you. The magwell on here is just a standard AR-15 magwell. These 10 round pmags, just time tested. I've never had a problem with any of these. If it's legal in your area to use over 10 round magazines, obviously you can use 30, or in this case, this is a full length mag reduced to 10 round capacity so that I can use it obviously here in Queensland. So you've got those options available to you. The pistol grip, this is just a standard A2 pistol grip. Once again, you can swap that out with a AR-15 grip of your choice. So, you know, for me, I like the Hogue finger groove grips. I've always loved them on my ARs. So, you know, for me, that's what I'd, you know, preferably put on. The only thing I wouldn't change that came standard with this rifle from Wedgetail is the Victor Precision 2-stage AR-15 trigger. Now this trigger is a beautiful trigger, breaks crisp at 2.5 pounds. Now I've done an individual review on this trigger, guys, and that's why I'm excited to see it standard with the Wedgetail pump that I got from Wedgetail. It's pretty much, my view, the gold standard of AR-15 triggers. So, you know, it's available, made right here in Australia. So if you've got a Wedgetail or a Warwick, or even, you know, just the standard semi-auto AR, then the Victor Precision trigger is definitely worth having a look at. Now it's made from 7075 T6 forged alloy, so the overall weight of it is 2.8 kilos or 6.17 pounds, so it's actually not that heavy. I find it comes up to the shoulder beautifully, Now on top here, I've put loopholed AR mount and a Schmidt & Bender Summit, which is a 2.5 to 10 by 40 optic. Now guys, I'm not going to be using this full time on the rifle. This is simply to be able to find the ammo that it likes, test the accuracy there, and then what I'll be doing is throwing on my trusty Aimpoint Comp M5 red dot. You know, a lot of people go for cheaper red dots. I don't. Aimpoint are the red dot of choice for me, so that's what I'll be putting on this rifle after we you know, find out what ammo it likes there with the optic. Now the bolt system here is very similar, you know, to the AR. I'll break that down for you in just a moment, but let me show you just the back here. The Magpul CTR stock is a adjustable stock. Now obviously this isn't allowed in New South Wales, and I believe the rifle isn't allowed in New South Wales. So yeah, unfortunate if you do live in New South Wales. So just before I break it in half here, I'll show you the selector. So it's a standard AR-15 selector, so safe, and then up there for fire. As I said, that Victor Precision trigger is absolutely beautiful. You got the standard bolt catch there, so when you do pump it all the way back, you can lock it there. So, you know, it'll lock the action open for you, and then you can just pull back, let it go, and you know, you can obviously shoot from there. So really good. I'm quite impressed with the overall look and feel, you know, of this. Even the magazine release, it's a standard AR-15 mag release. You've got your standard dust cover, you know, for the AR. So when I say standard, it's a standard design, but this one's made by Magpul. So yeah, really nice. I'm pretty chuffed, guys, at the look, fit and finish of this straight out of the box. So let me break it in half now. I'll pull that bolt out and I'll show you that up close. So when you pull the pump to the rear, part of the bolt carrier will come out. Now there's a little tab here that you can push up, and then you should be able to see it there on the camera. It's just a screw there. So what you need to do is just turn it anti-clockwise, just like so, and then the bolt will come straight out. So looking at the bolt and the bolt carrier close up, you can see a lot of similarities with the standard AR-15. So if you're familiar with how to break this down for cleaning, it's very straightforward, very much the same as the AR-15. You have your firing pin retaining pin that you just pull out the side there. Out comes the firing pin. You've got your cam pin here. Just take that out, and then the bolt comes out from the bolt carrier. Now looking at the bolt itself, as you can see, quite a few similarities here to the standard AR-15, but naturally we don't have gas rings because it's not a semi-automatic gas operated firearm. You've got your ejector, you've got your extractor there, so very easy to, you know, replace these and maintain them just like it is on the standard AR-15. Okay, so back together again here, guys. I will address also the fact that you cannot use a semi-automatic upper with the lower on the Wedgetail, so it can't be converted. It is actually cut differently here, I've noticed, at the back of the receiver. So, you know, there's always going to be someone who'll ask that question, so I thought I'd address that, you know, in this desktop. Now the price of these at the current time of doing this review, you're looking at roughly $2,995 here in Australia, depending on what configuration you're getting it in. So, you know, it depends on obviously what color, what accessories and stuff that you get, you know, from Wedgetail at the time of ordering your rifle. But anyhow, guys, so far I'm really impressed with the finish on this. It looks like a really nice firearm. Let's get out on the farm now and shoot it and just see what it's made of. All right, guys, let's run through the ammo I'm going to use today through the Wedgetail. Now we'll start off with the Hornady 55 grain VMAX. Then we'll go up to the 55 grain soft points from PPU. I've got some of Sierra's new ammunition line, which is the 55 grain Blitzking. Then we've got some Federal tack bonded 62 grainers. And then last of all, we've got some ELD-Match from Hornady, which is 73 grains. Now look, I know that this isn't a match rifle, you know, by any means, but having a 1 7" twist, this was the heaviest ammunition I could find at the shop at the time. So yeah, that's why we've got that. I've got a target down there at 100 yards. It's an expensive rifle, guys, so let's really test it out. I'm going to shoot 5-shot groups with this, even though, look, it's not a bench rifle by any means. We definitely don't have a, you know, a heavy bench rest type barrel on it. But let's just see how we go. I'm just very keen to put this rifle through its paces and just see what sort of accuracy we can achieve. Obviously, I'm not going to keep the scope on it. I've got my Aimpoint Comp M5 to throw on top, but I just want to see which ammunition shoots best in it first before we, you know, swap it over with that red dot. So let's see how we go. Okay, so taking a look at the results here at 100, we started off with the Hornady VMAX and we're going to come in at about 2 inches. Then down to the PPU, we've had even more spread. We're going to be at about 2.5 inches. Then when we come up to the Sierras, we've got 3 shots right down to 0.2 of an inch. So that's fantastic, but we did the 5-shot group, so let's measure it the way it is under the conditions. 1.2 inches. Then we come up to the Federal tack bonded, a little bit of spread there as well. Unfortunately, it's at 2 inches. But then when we come down to the Hornady Match, wow, we've got 4 shots neatly into 0.3 of an inch. And we've got 5 shots into just under 0.9 of an inch. So guys, I think the ammunition that I'm going to stick with, because this is a hunting rifle, I'm going to stick with the Sierras there, and that's what I'll zero the rifle for this review. Loading these pmags is really easy. Just like any other AR-15 magazine, just push down straight through the top and just make sure the round is slid back till it's seated properly. I've had no malfunctions whatsoever with the magazine. It's run flawlessly. Okay guys, I'm going to wrap up my final thoughts on the Wedgetail MPR Mini. Now, I've run this rifle pretty hot. I've given it a torture test in the sense of a lot of rounds have gone through this. I thought, let's heat it right up and see if we have any malfunctions, you know, with this pump. There's been none, I'm happy to say. It's run flawlessly. The only thing that I personally don't like is I would prefer a pump action as it goes forward to lock in. Because for me, if I'm holding the front there, so let's drop that down, I'm naturally pulling back into my shoulder, and what that's doing is just pulling that bolt out of battery, okay? So for me, that would be my negative with the design of the Wedgetail pump. Some people may like it. As you can see, I shot it a few different ways there to demonstrate how you can adapt to it. So, you know, you can go for, let's drop the mag, let it go, and then just fire holding on, you know, to the front of the mag well there. You can easily manipulate it from there. Or I found too, if you let it go, you could extend forward and hold the handguard and pull it back into your shoulder, you know, and that was fairly comfortable to do that. But it's just breaking that bit of muscle memory that I'm used to with, you know, my old 7615. So overall, guys, the quality of this is definitely up there. The trigger on this is unreal. As I said in the intro, the Victor Precision trigger is pretty much the gold standard benchmark, isn't it, when you're talking about AR type triggers and the other triggers that they do make. They are a beautiful trigger, so I'm stoked that it came with that. No problems there whatsoever. The fit and feel of the whole thing. A lot of people will think, you know, geez, is it really heavy? How does it feel up to the shoulder and everything? Guys, it feels really good, especially when you throw a red dot on top. I mean, the weight is dramatically, you know, reduced. So this isn't the sort of rifle that I'd be permanently having a scope on top. It's a red dot, getting around, knocking off pigs in the scrub there, some quick, nice follow-up shots. And overall, it's Australian made and it works. So I'm really happy to report that, guys. I would like to see a little bit better accuracy, but we found two ammos that it really liked, didn't we? So it shows some promise there, definitely in the accuracy department. Okay, guys, I'll leave the review at that. Hope you enjoyed watching it. So till next time, we'll catch you then.